The Gospel of Matthew tells these stories and lines them up in a particular way to show that Jesus is the true Israel, who has come to fulfill the prophecies of the Old Testament and fulfill the covenant that ancient Israel failed to keep. And so Jesus does perfectly the covenant that was not kept by the ancient history of Israel, all the story of the Old Testament leading up to the coming of the Christ. The book of Judges is an argument for why they needed a king. It begins with everybody doing what was right in their own eyes, and Judges shows this in a negative context, that they're continuously falling away, and so God needs to raise up a judge. And wouldn't it be better if there was a king around who could make God's people worship him? That's the argument of Judges. When you read a book of the Bible, you need to think of it as a work of literature as a whole. And Christians often don't do that. We'll read section by section or verse by verse and really dive into that. But often we forget to read the whole thing as a work rather than pointing out narrow sections.